Welcome everyone to our Bridgeways webinar. This webinar will give you an overview of our Oracle Management Pack. My name is Jonah with the Bridgeways sales team. I'm delighted to be joined by Dave and Dennis. Say hi, guys.
Hi, everyone.
For today's demo, we will be doing an overview of our Oracle Management Pack and the new features we have added in the latest release. We're going to show you the Oracle database architecture, its highlights. We'll be zeroing in on performance improvements, which include RAC awareness. Dave and Dennis will be showing you a live demo of our Oracle Database Management Pack. And after the demo, we'll be answering any sales-related questions you may have. We want to try and keep it to sales-related questions because everyone's environment is so different. If you have a specific technical question, it's probably going to pertain to your environment, so just send us a note with the attendee control panel and we can answer it offline, or set up a one-on-one time to discuss the questions. At Bridgeways, we have an entire suite of management packs, allowing for a single pane of glass view of your entire system, which lowers the total cost of ownership by integrating seamlessly into Operations Manager console. There's absolutely no new training required to achieve centralized monitoring within Operations Manager. Some of our best-selling management packs include VMware, MySQL, and the Oracle DB Management Pack that we will be demoing later in the presentation. And with that, I'm going to hand over the presentation to Dave and Dennis.
Hi, everyone. Dave here. Today we're going to show you the Oracle Database Management Pack, and we're going to show you discovery and monitoring aspects within the Operations Manager console. We're going to show you knowledge-based articles that explain how to resolve issues, give you an overall user experience within Ops Manager console when you're using our management pack, and we'll show you our handy built-in reports for sharing information with various teams and trending information. The architecture of the Oracle Management Pack is fairly straightforward. You install the Management Pack within your Operations Manager, just like you would any other Management Pack. You import it in. You set up your various credentials to communicate with the Oracle database server. On the Oracle database server, whether it's running Windows, Unix, or Linux, you install a provider, a Bridgeways provider, and that provider, basically using OCI, communicates with the Oracle database instance and gathers the performance and health metrics from each instance on the server. This is rather seamless, and again, you just set up the credentials and it works. We monitor from the top down, from your instance all the way down through the table space, data files, SQL queries, and all the other performance metrics that makes up the Oracle database. For this particular version, we've done a lot of back-end improvements for performance, throughput. We've also added OMI support for Oracle, Operations Manager 2012 R2, and of course we've included RAC to make it RAC-Aware, and that's a seamless addition. You simply install the the Oracle Management Pack, and RAC, if you have RAC on your system, will detect it and it'll start showing for you. And now we'll prepare for our live demo.
As Dave and Dennis prepare the live demo, I just want to take this time to remind everyone that during the live demo, you may submit any questions you have using the attendee control panel. And after the demo concludes, we'll be answering the questions that everyone has submitted.
Right now, I'm showing you the diagram view and of the Oracle a particular Oracle instance in our Operations Manager demo system. And as you can see, we give you a topology, nice view of the all the components that make up the instance, the table spaces and the data files, etc. And I want to introduce you to Dennis now. Dennis, perhaps you can show the monitoring view here. Dennis is going to run through the monitoring view for you and explain the overall general usage of the Management Pack within Operations Manager. As I mentioned briefly before, the Management Pack imports into your Ops Manager environment, just like all other standard management packs that are shipped from Microsoft. And it extends Operations Manager to allow you a nice view of your Oracle database ecosystem. And the nice thing about having the management pack within this environment is it allows you not only to see the Oracle database ecosystem, but all the other components that make up your environment. And that could be VMware, it could be Windows servers, Linux servers. You're getting a nice, seamless, single pane of glass view from the Ops Manager console. And of course, the Oracle Database Management Pack, again, just allows you that complete view of your Oracle database health and performance metrics. So with that, I'll turn this over to Dennis now to run through the monitoring and alert views, etc., and give you a nice brief user experience overview. Dennis.
Thanks, Dave. So after installing the Oracle Management Pack, in a deployment guide, there are steps to create run-as accounts and privileged accounts for accessing the Oracle database. Once these are set, you have to invoke tasks. On the right-hand side, you'll see tasks for setting credentials right here, and that would push the credentials over, and that would start the monitoring at this point. So going with the task also, we also have a number of tasks that get launched onto the system. We have Oracle database starting and stopping, so not every Oracle administrator would grant these kind of privileges to a SCOM administrator. So these are turned off by default. So in our management pack, there are metrics for rules and monitors, and some tasks are enabled and disabled by default, just for performance sake and data collection sake, and just allowing you to turn on and off what you need. There's other tasks like top 10 sessions. I'll just do the top 10 SQL statements. And these tasks will be run as an Oracle administrator, and you'll see the output here. So also, if you look along the side here on the instance side, you have all the active alerts. So if you click on one of these alerts and you open the Health Explorer, you'll see the instances, the performance views. You'll see the instance, you'll see different table space alerts that have been gone on the system. So if you click on one of these, you'll see a summary of what caused the alert. Possible resolutions are also provided also. We always try to give a generic as we can. You'll see this resolution is much greater in size than the other one, so some alarms require more than others. And one thing that we've added into our management pack from this new one, our latest management pack, is monitoring of Oracle RAC. So this will include different components of RAC, which are your interconnects, your resources, your voting disk, and also the standard metrics that every DBA would like to see also. So if we look at the interconnect state, so we see display name, we have the database ID where the interconnect is. We see whether or not it's public or private, and its IP address is. If we go to the Oracle RAC resources, so we can see what daemons are running, we see some are critical. So if we go to the Health Explorer on this one, we'll see giving you instructions on how to restart the resource. And we have also the vote disk here, showing you the vote disk universal file ID. And we also collect metrics, global cache send time, and then global cache receive time. So collecting all the performance metrics that you possibly want, and we're constantly adding to this. And next we have reporting. I'll pass this to Dave, and he will explain some of the reporting.
Yeah, with our management pack, we ship a standard set of reports that look at the major components of your Oracle database environment. Reports are very good at narrowing down time range so that you can look at what happened to a particular instance or instances over a set period of time. It's good for predicting where, if there's a trend, a good trend perhaps, or a negative trend happening. These reports are very good for inter-team communication. It allows everyone to see in quite clear detail what's going on, and they're very self-explanatory as far as what you're looking at. And perhaps you could scroll down there, Dennis, on this particular report there on the right-hand side there. Yep, it's there. And it'll show you, as you can see, it goes into a lot more detail. This is a particular instance health. You can see it gives all the metrics of the particular instance, all in a nice, handy report. And again, there's about a dozen reports, standard reports, looking at the overall health of the Oracle database server, the instances, the table space usage, and those type of components. I think I have another one there. Yeah. And so again, very handy. Now, if you need custom reports within Operations Manager, of course, you can generate your own custom reports. One other thing I need to point out is when you do generate reports, these are using the standard Operations Manager report interface. We tell you what object or type of object or group you need to select in order to generate a report. It's all self-explanatory when you go to generate the report. And yeah, you can close that for now, Dennis, and we'll go up to back to the management pack here for briefly, and right up to the top of the Oracle management pack, right at the top. Yeah, you can see how we've got all the alerts and dashboards right at the very top of the management pack. Particularly with your operations manager person, you may not be an Oracle DBA per se. You've got all your handy alerts and dashboards for the Oracle Management Pack right there to see what's going on. And another thing that we should point out is the terminology we use within our Oracle Management Pack is Oracle terminology. So if a operations manager personnel needs to communicate to an Oracle DBA team about a particular issue, they're using clear Oracle-based terminology to explain what the issue is. And the knowledge base articles that Dennis was showing you briefly, again, are taken from best practices from Oracle and are very important in that aspect. So again, it's a clear communication. People know what's going on. As Dennis pointed out, and I want to go over again, the tasks, particularly the Oracle start, stop, and restart tasks, or anything that requires Oracle administrative privileges, has to be enabled. By default, we do not ship with these enabled. They're there because some organizations want to have the convenience of being able to manage their Oracle instances from a one interface, shall we say, the Operations Manager interface. But again, they're not enabled by default, so the Oracle DBAs, which may not be using Operations Manager, need not worry that somehow their databases are going to be shut down or restarted, etc. And as Dennis also explained, some of these tasks are very resource intensive as far as SCOM is concerned. Therefore, that's why they've been broken out as tasks versus constant monitors. And one last note is, by default, we ship with about 80 to 90% of the monitor alerts turned on. The remaining percentage are turned off by default, simply because they're either not very heavily utilized alerts, but you can turn them on. We ship with an overrides management pack, with the Oracle management pack, and all our other management packs. So again, very flexible for your environment. And briefly, I'll turn it back to Dennis just to go over a little bit more of that Oracle RAC, because this is a new feature we've added in monitoring of the Oracle RAC. And maybe he can just show you a few more of the monitoring features in there, Dennis.
Thanks, Dave. So with your Oracle RAC, we've broken down, like I said, into different components. We have the interconnects, we have the DNQ statistics, so managing GES, and we can see each node in the cluster, how they're reporting, each node giving individual rather than looking at the actual cluster as a whole, but seeing it broken down by individual nodes. So we have all the get times, the sync times. We're looking at the current reads, consistent reads, and current blocks. So this is the current block receive time. And then we're looking at the global cache as a whole here. And we're going to look at the global cache request. And we do some mathematics for you. We do some of the calculations that are typically done through scripts, so we do it for you, present it out here. And then, again, the RAC resources. So we have state views that show different parts of the clusterware portion, not just the Oracle RAC database and the global cache and how the performance of the database is doing, but also monitoring the clusterware outside of the actual database. And like I pointed out before, also we have the vote disk too that we manage. I'll give it back to you, Dave.
Yes. So as you can see, we've really drilled down into the Oracle RAC component, showing you all the key components of the RAC environment, and allowing you a very in-depth view. It depends on your particular organization structure, whether your ops manager team is distinct from your Oracle team, or the Oracle team may be utilizing SCOM also. But again, it's a handy interface no matter, because again, you're looking at the same type of information. You're looking at the same type of views. The Oracle people may be utilizing their own traditional tool set, but when it comes to that inter-team communication, at least you'll have like one interface with a common view, if you will, so that everybody understands what clearly is going on. Again, very handy. As I pointed out earlier also, this version of Management Pack now works with 2012 R2, on the particularly on the Linux platforms, where they've made a significant change by using OCI, OMI rather. Again, we use for communicating for the Management Pack from our provider to the Oracle instances, we use common Oracle OCI interface. So you have read-only permissions with the user. We ship with a script. You'll see the script, so a Oracle DBA administrator can see what exactly is going to happen in configuring the user, the Oracle Management Pack user, to allow for access to the Oracle instance. So you can clearly see the SQL script and modify it accordingly. But again, there's non-administrative privileges. It's simply read-only privileges for the health and performance metrics of your various Oracle instances. So on that, I think I'll turn it back to Jonah here, and myself will look at some questions. If anybody has questions out there, this would be a good time to throw those out. And in particular, we'll try to focus on more sales-oriented type of questions. For technical questions, we've been more than happy to set up a demonstration and get in more in-depth detail and of the Oracle Management Pack itself, running either in a RAC environment or in standalone instances. So we'd be more than happy to set that up for you for the future. So I have some questions here that I've seen a few folks have asked, and I'll throw them your way, Jonah. Here we go. How much does the Oracle Database Management Pack cost?
Pricing is unique to each customer's environment. I'll be happy to discuss and answer any questions about the unique pricing for your environment after the webinar concludes.
Okay. And let's see here. I'm looking for. I see another question here. It says, how is licensing determined for the Oracle Management Pack?
Licensing is determined on a per instance basis. And Dave, if you want to give a more technical explanation of this.
Basically, Oracle itself licenses their database by a per instance basis. And our Management Pack license sort of mirrors that licensing component. So if you know you have so many Oracle instances and you license them from Oracle and you wish to have all those instances managed by our Management Pack, You can have one or however many you have managed by the management pack. You just buy a license from us for that many instances. So we try to match it up instance for instance in the terminology and the way we've set the license up. All our management packs basically use the same kind of concept, be it VMware or IBM DB2 management packs. We kind of mirror however the vendor is licensing their product. So that's a long explanation, but I think it keeps it simple, so you're not looking at one format of licensing from us versus another format of licensing from Oracle. On that, I have another question here, Jonah. Does RAC cost extra?
No, the RAC feature doesn't cost any extra.
Yeah, and just on a technical point, that for the RAC instance, if you do have RAC running on your system, you buy a license for 5 instances, 6 instances, whatever, and you have RAC running. It's basically just a matter of setting up the cluster and communication to it, and in your RAC metrics will suddenly appear in your ops manager after discovery. So it's not quite auto-magical, but pretty close to it. If it's there and you configure it within operations manager, it will pick up the metrics. So there's no extra cost involved. And I think that's it for now for the questions. If anybody else has any other questions, that was a good time to throw it out. Otherwise, we'll wrap up for now. And as I mentioned before, if anybody would like a more in-depth personal technical run-through of the Oracle database, we'd be more than happy to set that up for you. You just have to contact Jonah, and I'll throw it over to you, Jonah.
And also, if you would like an evaluation of our Oracle database MP, then I can definitely set you guys up with a 30-day evaluation as well.
Great.
And I don't see any other questions coming through. Do you, Dave?
No, that's it for today. And, well, thanks, everyone, for joining us. And, again, we'd love you to try our Oracle Management Pack out. I think you'll see that it's very feature-rich, and especially the RAC component that's been added, and I think you'll enjoy it very much.